And we're live, folks. All right. I'll fix that horizon in a minute. I'll be with you in the chats also in a minute. First, we'll fix the horizon. Let's just take care of that right now. Not there. Let's do it here instead. Adjust gimbal. That sounds like a good idea. Oh, it doesn't want to adjust anymore. Okay, well, we'll live with the crooked horizon for the time being. Let's, whoa, why are we turning? Hang on a second, I did that. I'm not doing that though. That rotation of the aircraft, that's not my doing. All right, getting into the chats here. I better be live. Yeah, I'm live. There we go. Wendell, howdy, Steve Mack. Hello there. Steve, you're number one. I don't know why this craft is rotating like that. Nancy, welcome. Thanks for joining, folks. I saw this guy, I thought, I knew this was coming. I recognized this about an hour and a half ago. I said, oh, got to do a live stream. Dan Zelch, hello there. Drone shots, howdy, Jody. So Wendell, I passed on your regrets to Jody. I don't think he's not planning on forgiving you within the next year, I think, is what he said. I don't remember the exact words. He abbreviated it NP, I think. So whatever that means. I'm just trying to crank up trouble. This craft keeps rotating clockwise, making the sky look like it's rotating counterclockwise. And I cannot, let me try one more time. I've not been able to correct the gimbal. So I think I'm out of gimbal adjustments. Trying one more time here. Let's try the other direction. See, it wants to, but it won't do it. So, oh well. Yeah, see, there it is again, NP. I think it stands for no PH, forgiveness. I'm sorry. I'm in a weird mood. So isn't that sky incredible? Nice to see everyone. I hope you're having a good week. I wanted to do a live stream on Monday, but it started raining. On Tuesday, I couldn't do it because the Gym Above and Beyond show was on. On Wednesday, I couldn't do it because Wendell was on. So today is my day. And the beat goes on. Yeah, the beat goes on. Yeah, I think they've decided that in order to quiet the birds, the best thing they can do is cut down the trees. Hey, Chris Hope, welcome. That sun will be hiding only for a short time. I am not rotating the craft. It is doing that itself. Yeah, I'm going to start recording because that's pretty amazing. Hey, Rick Halber. Good evening. I'm really enjoying those books you sent. Guys, Rick Halber doesn't stop giving. He just doesn't stop. So I now have a bunch of ukulele song books that I can grow my library with. If I don't grow anything else, I'll at least grow my library. Drums keep pounding rhythm to the brain. La-di-da-di-dee, la-di-da-di-da. Charleston has lost the rage, History has turned a page, Mini skirts the current thing, Teeny bopper is the newborn king, And the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. Grocery store is the supermart, Little girls still break their hearts, Men still keep on marching off to war. Electrically they keep a baseball score. And the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. Hey JDS, welcome John. I can sing I Got You, Babe. Grandmas sit in chairs and reminisce. Boys keep chasing girls to get a kiss. Cars keep going faster all the time. Moms still cry, hey buddy, have you got a dime? And the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. Yes, I have been listening to Sonny and Cher, Nancy. La-di-da-di-dee, la-di-da-di-da. They say we're young and we don't know. Won't find out until we grow. Well, I don't know if all that's true, 'cause you've got me and baby, I've got you. Babe, I've got you, babe. I've got you, babe. They say our love won't pay the rent. Before it's earned, our money's all been spent. Hey, New Orleans girl, I guess that's so we don't have a pot, but at least I'm sure of all the things we've got. Babe, I've got you, babe. I've got you, babe. Bent Rail, welcome. I've got flowers in the spring. I've got you to wear my ring. And when I'm sad, you're a clown. And if I get scared, you're always around. Don't let them say your hair's too long. I don't care, with you I can't go wrong. Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. Babe, I've got you, babe. I've got you, babe. I've got you to hold my hand. I got you to understand. I got you to walk with me. I've got you to talk with me. I've got you to kiss goodnight. I've got you to hold me tight. I've got you, I won't let go. I've got you to love me so. I've got you, babe. That's all I remember. I think that's about right. The end of that goes on though. There's more. I've got you for this and for that. But that's it. Any song requests out there? I've been working on one. Let's see if I can. I'm going to try it with the ook. I can do it without for sure, but let's try it with, if I can find it. I might not have printed it because it doesn't, I didn't print it. It doesn't fit on a single page. Oh, shucky darn. I'll go in, maybe it feels like I printed it. Maybe I'll go in and look for it pretty soon. Nice to see you all too. The craft keeps turning. And you know what? Am I mistaken, or is that horizon turned the other way now? I think it is. So maybe I actually did do an adjustment. I just didn't recognize it. Let's go back to that adjustment screen. It would be nice to know that I actually can. We'll rotate the other direction. Oh, it actually is working. All right. Well, that's a little bit better. And we'll put the camera up somewhat and zoom out just for a little while to see if, because there's so much color in the sky, maybe about like that. Help at Home Jim, welcome. I did check it out, Jim, and I added it to my must-learn song list because that is a great song. I don't know that I'd ever heard it before. It's clearly an old one. But yeah, it's on my must-learn list now, Jim. Thank you for passing that on. It's going to be a great addition. Pretty woman, walking down the street, pretty woman, kind I'd like to meet, pretty woman. I don't believe you, you're not the truth. No one could look as good as you. I want to say wowzers, mercy. Pretty woman, won't you pardon me, pretty woman. Couldn't help but see, pretty woman, that you look lovely as can be. Are you lonely just like me? Pretty woman, stop a while. Pretty woman, shop a while. Pretty woman, give your smile to me. Pretty woman, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty woman, look my way. Pretty woman, say you'll stay with me. 'Cause I need you, I'll treat you right. Come with me, baby, be mine tonight. Pretty woman, don't walk on by, pretty woman. Don't make me cry, pretty woman. Don't walk away, hey. Okay, if that's the way it must be, okay. I guess I'll go on home, it's late. We'll meet tomorrow night, but wait, what do I see? Is she walking back to me? Yeah, she's walking back to me. Oh, pretty woman. Device offline. Check living room. Check front room lights network connection. Well, I think they're mistaken. It is such a pretty world. I haven't learned the song. I've heard it. I've listened to it maybe 3 times, Jim, and I haven't looked for any chords for it. Hey, Gerald Farms, I haven't seen you in a coon's age. Let me make you blue. That's done. Wow, welcome. Welcome. I bet it's been, and this is shame on me. I know this, but I bet it's been 2 years since I've seen you. Wow. I want to say Gerald, but I'm sure it's Gerald. The double R throws me off. Sorry about that. Anybody have a song request? Besides, it's such a beautiful, such a pretty world today. I'm learning songs that have more complex chords in them. And yeah, it is a beautiful sunset. But I'm having trouble with some of those, so let's try this. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through. Such an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out to me. F7. How do you do an F7? Sorry, I don't know that one. Other eyes smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Ooh. Georgia, no peace I find. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. This is a cool sunset, folks. What about either flying drones again or me and Bobby McGee? Well, first few words of me and Bobby McGee. I'm sure I can do that song. Somebody have the first few words of me and Bobby McGee? New Orleans Girl, I'm afraid that both City of New Orleans and the other one, House of the Rising Sun, they're going to have to wait a little bit. Sorry. Bobby who? Bobby McGee! Me and Bobby McGee. Come on. Pulled over, a trucker pulled over. Come on. It's so easy. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, thank you. Waiting for a train. I was feeling near as faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed a diesel down just before it rained. Brought us all the way into New Orleans. I pulled my harpooner out, my dirty red bandana was playing soft while Bobby sang the blues. Windshield wipers clapping time, I was holding Bobby's hand in mine. We sang every song that driver knew. Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. From the Kentucky coal mines to the California rain, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Through all kinds of weather, everything we done. I messed up some words, didn't I? Bobby, baby, kept me from the cold. One day up near some town, I let him slip away. She's looking for that home I hope she finds. And I'd trade all of my tomorrows for one single yesterday to be holding Bobby's body next to mine. Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't all that Bobby left me. Freedom is just another word for freedom. I don't know. Freedom, I just messed up, didn't I? All that Bobby left me. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. Get all the hay out of the field. All right. Good for you, Kris. That is hard work. I know for sure. I have lots of experience with that. We have 22% battery, folks. I'm going to bring it down and do a change. This official sunset time was 8:48, and it's now 8:50. All right, let's bring this down and do that swap. It's 21% now. And I'll save you from beeping one time in my life. Usually I'm not paying enough attention to the battery level and I let it just warn me, but this time I happen to be watching. Oh, the sensors are on, aren't they? All right, let's, yeah. I said I would save them from that beeping, so let's just do that. Hang on. Disable, okay. There. All right, so down she comes.
Landing.
Yes, you are. All right, I'll get a battery. One moment. Power is on. Okay, maybe we made it this time. I'm seeing rain over there. You guys see that? Come on. Come on, be live. Be live, Mr. YouTube. Show me. All I'm getting here is a spinning circle. Come on. Okay, all right, so there it is. So I'm seeing rain. You guys see that? That's my western sky. That's not good news. That's not good news at all. That's some heavy rain there in spots. Of course, it is local. It's scattered. You can see it's very light in some places. But oh well. Anyway, back to our sunset. Oh, too fast, too fast. When you're zoomed in, that it takes very minute movements to move the sky like that. Now, okay, now who accused me of not having the batteries ready? They were right here with me this time. It's usually true. Usually true. Who was that? Who was that? What kind of drone? That's a Mavic 2 Zoom that I'm flying, Gerald Farms. Someone kidnapped me. Yeah, happens all the time. Anybody have song requests? All right, so let's see what else we can find here. Let's see what we can find. Do I have the first note for this? I'm not going to guess what the first note is for that one. No song requests, folks? Me, rain. Wow. Jackie. Jackie, who's Jackie? Did I miss someone in the chats, or is Jackie someone I should know? I'm betting that Jackie is probably Gerald Farms. Okay, I should know this, I guess, but I don't. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of great blue and clouds of white. The bright blessed day, dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Mm-hmm. He was born in the summer of his 27th year. I hope that's not too high. Coming home to a place he'd never been before. He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. Might say he's found the key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away on the road and hanging by a song. His life was turned, And they say that he got crazy once and he tried to touch the sun. I'm sorry. I don't remember the words. Let me see if I have it. I don't think I do. I don't. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away on the road and hanging by a song. String's already broken and doesn't really care. He keeps changing paths that don't last for long. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Talk to God and listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. He walked in quiet solitude. He saw silver streams below. He saw everything as far as you can see. And they say that he got crazy once and he tried to touch the sun. And he lost some friends but kept a memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forests and the trees, seeking grace with every step he takes. His mind is turned inside of himself because he doesn't trying to understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Shadows on the fireside, shadows on the mountainside are softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Working on a car. Body control, module 40 amp fuse fried in the HHR. Anyone have one handy? Let me check my pockets. No. John Denver lookalike. Well, I'll accept that as a misplaced compliment. Thank you. Hey, Bob Casey. Welcome. Hey, I didn't welcome you, Jim. Sorry, I don't have that fuse in my pocket. I thought I did, but no. So, any other requests? I was thinking, let's just flip through here real quickly. I had a song in my mind, but now it's gone. That happens all the time to me. Yeah, sorry, Jim. What can we do? Boy, the way Glenn Miller played songs that made the hit parade. Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days. Didn't need no welfare state. Everybody pulled his weight. Gee, our old LaSalle ran great. Those were the days. And you knew who you were then. Girls were girls and men were men. I'm way off key, aren't I? Mister, we could use a man like Hollywood Hoover again. Sorry, people seem to be content. $50 paid the rent. Freaks were in a circus tent. Those were the days. Take a little Sunday spin. Tonight I'll watch the Dodgers win. Have yourself a dandy day that cost you under on. Hair was short and skirts were long. K. Smith really sold the song. I don't know just what went wrong. Those were the days. And you knew who you were then, that's right. Edith! No, look, Ethel! Yes, nobody hears me around here. Skipper. Thank you, Mr. Help at Home. I've begun to work out. I don't think I can do it without my notes. I worked it out on a fake piano. I can sing it as soon as the tune comes to me. Not Andy Griffith. Don't you hate it when people stutter at you? Am I still alive? I've lost it on my phone. There we are. It's still alive. Oh, come on. Dick Van Dyke. Yeah. Oh, come on. It'll come to me. That's not it. That's not it. Dick Van Dyke. Somebody give me the tune to Dick Van Dyke. Newfound Drone Productions, welcome. Anybody have a song request to save me from this madness? Why won't that tune come to me? I actually worked it out on my... It's finger picking too. I'm very proud of myself for working it out, but I can't play it yet. I mean, not at any speed. City girls just seem to find out early how to open doors with just a smile. Oh, I'm thinking Lying Eyes. A rich old man and she won't have to worry. Smiling Eyes, I don't know this. She'll dress up all in lace and go in style. Wendell sang this just yesterday. Late at night, a big old house gets lonely. I guess every form of refuge has its price. And it breaks her heart to think her love is only given to a man with hands as cold as ice. So she tells him she must go out for the evening to comfort an old friend who's feeling down. But he knows where she's going as she's leaving. She is heading for the cheating side of town. You can't hide your lying eyes, and your smile is a thin disguise. Thought by now you'd realize ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. On the other side of town, a boy is waiting with smiling eyes and dreams no one can steal. She drives on through the night anticipating, 'cause he makes her feel the way she used to feel. She rushes to his arms, they fall together. She whispers that it's only for a while. She swears that soon she'll be coming back forever. She drives away, leaves him with a smile. You can't hide your lying eyes, and your smile is a thin disguise. Thought by now you'd realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. She gets up, pours herself a strong one, stares out at the stars up in the sky. Another night, it's gonna be a long one. She pulls her shade and hangs her head to cry. She wonders how it ever got this crazy. She thinks about a boy she knew in school. Did she get tired or did she just get lazy? She's so far gone, she feels just like a fool. My oh my, you sure know how to arrange things. You set it up so well, so carefully. Ain't it funny how your new life didn't change things? Still the same old girl you used to be. You can't hide your lying eyes, and your smile is a thin disguise. Thought by now you'd realize ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. Funny you can't hide your lying eyes. Ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. I am trying to take his job, but it's not working because he does it much better than I. Mississippi Squirrel Revival is a great suggestion, but I don't know it. Yeah, that's a great song. I love that song. I haven't heard that in years. Jim Stafford, right? Pretty sure it was him. Pretty sure it was he who did that. I remember what? I remember back in school, spiders and snakes. Okay, it's not coming to me. You've not heard Squirrel Revival? Mississippi Squirrel Revival? It's about a squirrel that breaks into a church. and they had church that day. You posted the Dick Van Dyke intro. Okay, let's go have a listen to it because I like the words to that. I bet 90% of you, if not all of you, have never heard it. So let's just hear it for a moment. I'm having some internet connection issues on my phone.
The Dick Van Dyke Show.
Oh, there you. If you think that you've got trouble, well, trouble's a double. So tell Mr. Trouble to get lost. Why not hold your head up high and stop crying, start trying, and don't forget to keep your fingers crossed. When you find the joy of living is loving and giving, you'll be there when the winning dice are tossed. Just remember that a smile is just a frown that's turned upside down. So smile and that frown will defrost. And don't forget to keep your fingers crossed. Doot, doot. I like that. Morey Amsterdam wrote those words. I guess the song originally was an instrumental. And Morey Amsterdam, who played the part of one of the writers, Dick Van Dyke's cohort writer, actually wrote the words to that. That man was a genius. They said that he could remember 100,000 jokes. You give him a subject, I don't know, a car and a staircase, and he could tell you a joke that was about a car and a staircase. He just remembered them right off the top of his head. Pretty amazing, the guy. I'm doing great, Adrian. Thanks for joining. Let's see who else is here that I've missed. Rick Halber, I think. Rick, hello, if I didn't say it. If you think that you've got trouble, well, trouble's a bubble, so tell Mr. Trouble to get lost. Oh, Diana posted it. Now, see, if I'd seen the word, I don't know, maybe it would have helped. Anyway, thank you for posting that, Diana. I thought I was alone in being one who had seen those words or heard them. Bobby Sorrell. That name's familiar. Yeah, I was watching Ken, but I came out to do this because I wanted to. Rosemary, yes. Right. He was funny. He was a funny guy. Oh, but okay, that's why. Yeah. Anyway, anybody have other song requests? We're down to 25% battery. I guess I did a little bit of research on Morey Amsterdam. He wrote some other songs too, none of which I recognized, but the man he's a pretty amazing guy. Well, I'm afraid to say no. I'll give you some misinformation, but I can say that he's gone. He's been gone for a long time, 20 years or so. But he was he lived to be over 80 years old. I remember that for sure, but I don't remember details. I had one of the Jersey Boys songs in my head earlier. Oh my. When you say Jersey Boys, I think of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. And I can't think of, Don, go away, I'm no good for you. Can't think of anything by them. Oh, Don, stay away. No, sorry, I can't do that one. I could tell you the story behind it, or the story of it. He loves her, she loves him, but the love should never be because he's poor and she has access to a rich man. That's what I know. Patches was one of my favorites. Pretty much the opposite of that. I don't remember that one either. Oh, somebody asked, who was that? Somebody asked for 18% battery. We're going to change batteries again. And by the way, I have that other battery sitting right here on the freezer. So don't give me a hard time. Let's get this craft down here.
Landing.
It's rather dark here now, folks. I can't even see me. Hello? I see my arm waving. All right, one moment. We're going to try this a third time. The battery change a second time. All right, we should be streaming again. Let's see if I end that and come to here, and we are. Cool beans. All right, so we still have 6 people in the chat. I did hot swap. Jam, it just doesn't, in fact, less than 50% of the time it works well for me. Somebody requested Little Bitty Tear by Burl Ives, but I don't remember who that was. You said you were leaving tomorrow, that today would be our last day. I said there would be no sorrow, that I would laugh when you walked away. But a little bitty tear let me down, spoiled my act as a clown. I had it made up not to make a frown, oh, but a little bitty tear let me down. Oh, you know what? That's as much as I can remember. I thought I remembered the whole thing, but I didn't go through it. Are we not live still, or again? Okay, says I am. Let's see, if I rotate the craft, I'm just going to turn it that much and see. Okay, it's live. All right, we're just going to spin around the sky here. So, would have been convenient if nobody heard me blunder on Little Bitty Tear, but oh well. Dark back there. That's facing eastward. Yeah, it's live, Steve. Thank you. I appreciate that. Pay no attention to the darkness on the screen. We'll have that fixed in a moment. It was a beautiful sunset, Diana, and thank you for joining if I didn't say that. Thank you if I did. Song requests. Anyone? I can't read my book anymore, so Ook is probably out, unless it's something I remember. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. That's right. Red skies in the morning, sailors take warning. Hello, Blind Neil. My mother used to tell me that all the time. And it turns out to be mostly true, usually true. So let's go ahead and zoom in. There's not much else to see. We'll zoom in on the redness. I have ghosts in the clouds. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one there to give you no pain. La 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 la. Oh, no, that one has escaped me as well. Your screen is frozen? Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Mine's not, so it takes a little while for it to catch up to me, but hopefully I'm going to suggest a refresh here. There you go. All right, so no fireworks tonight. And we finally got those tree cutters quieted. And all we can hear is the tree frogs. All we can see is the towers blinking out there. Yep, I definitely have them remain pointed west, because even south or even north, it's completely dark. So, green-eyed lady, lovely lady. I don't know it. Da-da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Green-eyed lady, windswept lady. I think that's in there somewhere. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. And he always had some mighty fine wine, singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls now, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. If I were the king of the world, tell you what I'd do. I'd throw away the bars and the cars and the wars and make sweet love to you, singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls now, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. You know I love the ladies. That's where I got my name. That's it. You know I'm Dennis Lovelady. That's it. That's the end of the song. Thank you all for coming. Sugarloaf. Well, I've never been to Spain, but I've been to Oklahoma. The guy who wrote that came from Oklahoma, by the way. Oh, See, I messed up my train of thought. Well, I've never been to Spain, but I've been to Oklahoma. Oh, they tell me I was born there. No, that's Arizona, but I really don't remember. I don't remember that song either, I'm sorry to say. GFO Drones and Tech Guy, for some reason, you're blue now. RJS was not blue. Welcome, RJS. Thanks for joining, and thanks for joining GFO. Mike Roach, wow. I'm famous, guys. Thanks for joining, everyone. I appreciate you being here. we're trying to find something that I actually know, and we're having a tough time doing it. It's getting darker. I don't know that one. Except I know that it's completely true. Yes, Jim. It is definitely getting darker. I think it's time. I'm afraid. I'm so glad we had this time together. Just to have a laugh and sing a song. Seems we just got going, and before you know it, thank you, Carol Burnett, comes the time we have to say so long. I think that's true. Let's bring this craft down. And once I do, I'll try to figure out what I can do about light. Maybe move the drone and maybe do one more song. If there's no request, then I'll sing this old guitar, which I really like. But if there's a request, I'll try to do that instead. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. I have no idea how the camera's pointed. I'm just going to go collect the drone by hand. And I have to turn everything around. Whoa, I'm zoomed in. Whoa, that's not good. How's my neck? This is what I'm looking at. So, yeah, just a second, guys. We put this here, like that. That works. And move this and this and this in unison, all together now. Like that. How about that? All right, so what's in the chats here? What's going on in these chats? Uncle Albert, oh my goodness. Paul McCartney, I don't know it. The Climb, I don't know. I'm sorry, folks. There's so much I don't know. Sugarloaf. I know that's a band, and I know that I should know some songs by them, but I absolutely don't. Compass Error, well, that's no surprise. The drone is sitting on metal. Okay, so this old guitar, I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. Sorry, no. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I'd been inclined to believe they never would. Oh, no, no. Where it began, that's how it begins. I can't begin to know. Neil Diamond really sang low. Where it began, I can't begin to know. But then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, then spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hand, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline. I think I just changed keys. Good times never seem so good. I'm sure I did. I'd been inclined to believe they never would, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Something when I'm holding you, I don't know. Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. Alice's Restaurant, 60% battery. I actually could. Yeah, you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. So walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Now it all started about 10 years ago, 40 years ago, on Thanksgiving. My friend and I went to see Alice at the restaurant, but Alice doesn't live in the restaurant. Alice lives in a church nearby the restaurant with her husband, whose name doesn't matter, and Pablo the dog. And, oh man, having all that space downstairs, seeing as how they'd taken out all the pews, they decided they didn't have to take out their garbage for a long time. So, I don't know. Anyway, there was a bunch of garbage in the church. So we decided it would be a friendly gesture if we took that garbage to the local dump. So we took a VW microbus with shovels and rakes and implements of destruction and headed off to the dump to dump the garbage. Well, we got there and we found a chain across the road and a sign that said closed on Thanksgiving. We'd never heard of a dump that was closed on Thanksgiving before, so with tears in our eyes, we went on down the road looking for another place to dump the garbage. We didn't find one till we came to a side road, and off to the side of the side road was a 50-foot cliff, and at the bottom of that cliff was another pile of garbage. And we decided that one big pile was better than two little piles, and rather than bring that one up, we decided to throw ours down. And that's what we did. And then we drove back to the church. We had a Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beat, fell asleep, and didn't wake up until the next morning when we got a phone call from Officer Obie. He said, "Kid, we found your name on an envelope at the bottom of 50 tons of garbage, and we want to know if you had any information about it." And I said, "Yes, sir, Officer Obie, I cannot tell a lie. I put that envelope under all that garbage." Well, after talking to him about 30 minutes on the telephone, we came to the truth of the matter, and they said that we had to come down and pick up the garbage. He said he wanted us to come down to the police officer's station, and we figured that one of two things was going to happen. They was either going to give us a medal for being so brave and honest on the telephone, which was not what we expected, or they would reprimand us for dumping the garbage and tell us never to be seen in the area dumping garbage again, which is what we expected. But when we got there was a third possibility we hadn't even counted upon, and we was both immediately arrested, handcuffed. And I said, "Officer Obie, I don't think I can pick up the garbage with these handcuffs on." He said, "Shut up, kid. Get in the back of the patrol car." And that's what we did. We got in the back of the patrol car, and he drove to the scene of the crime. Now, I want to tell you about the town of Stockbridge, Massachusetts, where this all happened here. They got 2 police officers, 1 stop sign, and 1 police car. When we got to the scene of the crime, there was 5 police officers, 3 police cars, and several reporters, being the biggest crime of the last 50 years, and everybody wanted to get in a newspaper story about it. Bless this broken road. I don't know. Somebody asked for this. So 10 people in the chat. Oh my goodness. Anyway, and they had helicopters taking pictures, and they'd taken 27 8x10 color glossy pictures with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one was to be used as evidence against us. And then Officer Obie took us back to the police officer station, and he said, "I'm going to have to lock you guys up. I want your wallet and your belt." And I said, "Officer Obie, I can understand you wanting my wallet so I don't have any money to spend in the cell, but what do you want my belt for?" And he said, "Kid, we don't want any hangings." Obie was making sure, and because he'd taken the toilet seat off the toilet so I couldn't hit my head over the head and drown. And he'd taken out the toilet paper so I couldn't roll the toilet paper out the window, slide down the roll, and have an escape. By was making sure. And it was about 4 or 5 hours later that Alice, remember Alice? This is a song about Alice. Alice came by, and with a few nasty words to Obie on the side, bails us out of jail and took us home. And we had another Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beat, and fell asleep and didn't wake up until the next morning when we all had to go to court. And the man came in and said, "All rise," and we all stood up, and Officer Obie stood up with the 27 8x10 color glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one was. And the judge walked in with a CNI dog, and he sat down. Obie looked at the CNI dog, and then at the 27 color glossy pictures with circles and arrows, and looked back at the CNI dog. And he came to the realization that it was a typical case of American blind justice, and there wasn't nothing he could do about it. And I don't know, I ended up getting fined $25 and had to pick up the garbage, but that's not what I came to tell you about. Came to talk about the draft. They got a building down in New York City called Whitehall Street where you walk in, you get inspected, infected, detected, neglected, and selected. I walked in there and I got good and drunk the night before, so I looked and felt my best when I went that morning. I wanted to be the all-American kid from New York City. I mean, I wanted to be, it's good enough. Sorry, anyway, the first man I went to see was the shrink, and I said, "Shrink, I want to kill. I want to kill. I want to see blood and gore and guts and veins in my teeth. Eat dead, burnt bodies. I mean, kill, 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 kill." And I started jumping up and down, yelling, "Kill, kill!" And they started jumping up and down with me. We was both jumping up and down, yelling, "Kill, kill!" And the sergeant came along, pinned a medal on me, sent me down the hall, said, "You're our boy." Didn't feel too good about it. I went down and had all kinds of inspections, detections, neglections, selections, and all kinds of things that they were doing to me. And I got time to see the very last man. When it came time to see that last man, I walked up, I said, "What do you want?" He said, "Kid, we only got one question. Have you ever been arrested?" And I proceeded to tell him the story of Officer Obie and the 27 8x10 color glossy pictures, and he stopped me right there and he said, "Kid, did you ever go to court?" And I proceeded to tell him the story of Alice's Restaurant Massacre with full orchestration, and he stopped me right there and said, "Kid, I want you to go over there and sit on that bench that says Group W. Now, kid!" So I walked over to the bench there. It's Group W is where they put you if you may not be moral enough to join the Army after committing your special crime. And there was all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly people over there. There was mother rapers, father stabbers, father rapers sitting right there on the bench next to me, and they was mean and nasty and ugly and horrible and all kinds of things. And the meanest one of them all, the meanest father raper of them all, came over to me, and he was mean and nasty and ugly and horrible, and he sat there next to me and he said, "Kid, what'd you get?" I said, "Well, I didn't get nothing. I had to pay $25 and pick up the garbage." He said, "Well, what were you arrested for, kid?" And I said, "Littering." And they all moved away from me on the bench there until I said, "I'm creating a nuisance." Then they all came back, shook my hand. We had a good time talking about crime, mother stabbing, father raping, and all kinds of things. We were smoking cigarettes and playing with the pencils. And then the sergeant came over, had some papers in his hands, held them up, said, "Kids, this piece of paper got 27 words, 47 sentences. We want to know details of the crime, the person at the crime, the arresting officer's name." And it talked for 45 minutes and nobody understood a word that he said, but we had fun playing with the pencils and filling out the forms there. And I filled out my form with the Allison's Restaurant Massacre with the full orchestration and 5-part harmony. And I turned over the piece of paper, and there on the other side, in the middle of the other side, away from everything else on the other side, in quotations, capital letters, read the following words: "Kid, have you rehabilitated yourself?" I went over to the sergeant. I said, "Sergeant, you got a lot of gall asking me if I've rehabilitated myself. I mean, I'm sitting here on the bench. I'm sitting here on the Group W bench because you want to know if I'm moral enough to join the Army and burn women and kids' houses after being a litter bug." He looked at me and said, "Kid, we don't like your kind, and we're going to send your fingerprints off to Washington." And friends, somewhere in Washington, enshrined in some little folder, is a study in black and white of my fingerprints. And the only reason I'm telling you the story is because you may know someone in that situation, or you may be in a similar situation. And if you're in a situation like that, there's only one thing you can do. Only one thing. You can just walk up to the shrink, wherever you are, and say, "Shrink, you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant," and walk out. And if just one person does that, they may think he's crazy and they won't take him. And if 2 people do that in harmony, 2 people, can you imagine 2 people walking hand in hand in and singing Alice's Restaurant in harmony? Well, I don't know what the policy is, but I think if you told them, they won't take you. And can you imagine 3 people walking in singing a bar of Alice's Restaurant and walking out? They may think it's an organization. And can you imagine 50 people in a day? I said 50 people in a day walking in, singing a bar of Alice's Restaurant and walking out. And friends, they may think it's a movement. And that's what it is, friends. The Alice's Restaurant anti-massacre movement, and all you got to do to join is to sing it the next time it comes around on the guitar here, which I can't do with feeling. Anyway, that's it. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. So walk right in, it's about the rack. Just a half mile, just a half mile, just a half mile from the railroad track. Right in, it's around the back. There we go, just a half mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. All right, folks. I've abused you for much too long. Steve, I'm glad you enjoyed that. So, thanks for being there. You don't know how I appreciate it. So, yeah, I messed it up, but it was pretty good. So, I love you all. I truly, truly do. And I thank you for being here, especially when I know I don't violate his airtime on purpose. I explained before, this is my first opportunity this weekend to share a sunset, and so I wanted to do it. So, love you. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time right here on Hee Haw.